Good morning, my dear students. In previous session, we discussed about what is transmission system, where we using transmission system, what is need of transmission, why we increasing the transmission voltage very high. So in this session, we discussed about types of conductors in transmission, which conductors are we used, which conductors are very economical and technical. We discuss. So the topic is Unit 1 Transmission line parameters. The subtopic is types of conductors. So normally what is conductor? Conductor which allow or which carries current or power. So what are the different types of conductor? Already we know. So different types of conductors are aluminum, copper, steel. These are the very good conductors. But every conductor have its own drawbacks. Suppose copper is a very good conductor, but it's a very costly. Aluminum also very good conductor, but it has very lesser weight, means it has no mechanical strength. So in order to overcome all the these, we can used in transmission system different types of conductors as a alloys. Alloy is nothing but combination of two or more materials. So mainly in transmission system we used ACSR to 66 kV. We used ACSR conductors. ACSR stands for Aluminium Conductor Steel Reinforced. So next one is we using bundled conductors. Bundled conductors in ultra high voltage level conductor, definitely we using bundle conductors. The voltage up to 220 kV we using bundle conductors. So in very high voltages ACS are not suitable. We go for bundle conductor. Why we go for bundle conductor? We discuss now. Next one is stranded conductors. So there is a lot of difference between the bundle conductor and also a standard conductors. Standard conductors also used in transmission system. So up to 33 kV or 11 kV or 66 kV that have only limited capacity for handling voltages in standard conductors. So ACSR, already I told that ACSR stands for aluminum conductor steel reinforced. So normally ACSR is a combination of aluminum and also a steel. So aluminum have some drawbacks. There is a less weight. Less weight causes the mechanical strength is very poor. So in order to increase that one, we made a alloy. Means steel is middle of conductor. Around steel we putting the aluminum strand. So because of steel, the mechanical strength of conductor increases. So what are the features of ACSR? The features is high tensile strength because of steel, better sag properties. So what is the sag? Sag is nothing but the difference between two level supports. If sag increases the wastage of conductor, the sag is minimum means because of the tightness in between two poles causes there is a possibility of breakdown. Means the sag must not more and must not minimum. Sag in between maximum and minimum. So ACSR maintains better sag properties. Next one is economic design. So because of using aluminum, it's a very cheap compared to another conductors. So it is best suited for transmission line with long spans. Long spans is nothing but more distance. We using the more distance. The distance between two supports is very high when we using ACSR. It is used for longer spans, keeping sag minimum. It's a very economical. So it may consist of 7 or 19 strands of steel surrounding by aluminum strands concentrically. The number of strands are shown by X bar, Y bar, Z, where X is number of aluminum strands, Y is number of steel strands, and Z is a diameter of each strand. Normally, the steel strands are very less and aluminum strands are very more in ACSR. So the diagram of okay strands provide flexibility, prevent breakage, and minimize skin effect. What is the skin effect is a very important phenomenon. I discuss later. So the diagram of ACSR. Please see the diagram of ACSR. So there is a seven steel conductors, seven steel conductors around steel between the aluminum conductors. There is a 30 aluminum conductors which having two layers, one and two. So this is so because of steel strands in middle of conductor, the mechanical strength and tensile strength of conductor increases. So this is a very good advantage of ACSR. So not only ACSR, we have several alloys of steel and aluminum. That is a AAC and WAC, aluminum alloy conductor, all aluminum alloy conductor. Depend upon application, we using that alloys. Next, stranded conductors are very much popular in electrical power system for transmission and distribution line. So the stranded conductors are used for both transmission and also a distribution. So in 11 kV also we using stranded conductors. So up to 66 kV we using ACSR conductors. A standard conductor is consist of several thin wires of small cross-sectional area called strands as shown in figure below. So the strands is nothing but number of pieces of conductors, number of single pieces bunched together and act as a single conductor. It is a strands. This causes the strength of conductor increases. So the diagram of stranded conductors, we see the stranded conductors. So middle there is a steel strands, so outer there is a aluminum strands. So the number of layers are less compared to ACSR. As shown in figure above, at the center of standard conductor, we are using steel conductor which provided the high tensile strength to conductor. In the outer layers of standard conductor, we use aluminum conductors which provide the conductivity to stranded conductors. So next the important conductor is bundled conductors. Whenever we deal the transmission, bundle conductors are very important. So above 220 kV or up to 220 kV, ACSR or standard conductors are not suitable. We definitely go bundled conductors. So what is a bundled conductors? Bundle conductor is a group of conductors. Three or four subconductors all are treated as a single phase conductor. So we go for bundle conductor means, so normally if the voltage gradient around the conductor increases, there is a more chances of occurrence of corona loss. So what is a corona means? The ionization of air surrounding the power conductor or intensify ionized electrical particle concentrate near the surfaces of the conductor. So in order to overcome the corona in modern EHV lines, we using bundle conductors. So a single stranded conductor are used in transmission system usually up to 220 kV, but it is not possible to use single stranded conductor for the voltage above 220 kV systems. For very high voltage system, halo conductor can be used to optimize the flow of current through it, but erection and maintenance of hollow conductor in HV system is not economical. The problem can be solved by using bundle conductors instead of halo conductor in the electrical transmission system above 220 kV voltage level. So up to 220 kV or above 220 kV, we using bundled conductors. So hollow conductors is a very good conductors, but it has only single strand and very large diameter. The erection of conductor is very difficult. Hollow conductors. So in order to overcome the disadvantage, we using bundled conductors. So the conductor made from two or more stranded conductors bundled together to get more current carrying capacity is called bundled conductor. Here two or more stranded conductor are used per phase. In addition to increase the current carrying capacity of the system, a bundle conductor also contributes various facilities to the electrical transmission system. So normally the bundle conductor have several advantages. So the several advantages means by using number of conductors causes number of subconductors causes the reactance in transmission line decreases. Normally the power P is equal to V1 V2 by X sine delta. So what is the X reactance? Whenever the reactance decreases, the power transfer limit is increases. So whenever the reactance decreases causes the power transfer limit is increases. So by using bundle conductors, the power transfer capability increases. So the voltage gradient around the conductor decreases causes corona loss also decreases. So how the bundle conductors are diagram, please see the bundle conductors. So in first diagram they having two subconductors treated as a single phase conductor, two subconductors. The distance between two conductors is d. So in if so in this diagram there is a three subconductors. All are having equal distance d. Three subconductors all are treated as a single phase conductor. Suppose we using three subconductors. So the number of conductors in three phase system that is a 9. Means every phase having three conductors. Three conductors act as a single phase. So this is a diagram of four subconductors. All are having equal distance. Four subconductors.